Hi again, Joel. This is accessories part 2. And I was on clothing, and I'll come back to that in a minute, but it occurred to me that I forgot to mention a couple of things that I carry in my saddle pack. I carry tire levers also, in addition to 2 extra inner tubes and extra chain links. And that's so that I can fix a flat tire. I also carry 2 CO2 cartridges. Those are to inflate the tires. You can do that either with CO2 cartridges, which involves an initial expense to get the thing that fits it to your valve, and then it's very cheap afterwards. Or you can get a frame pump, some kind of pump that attaches to the frame. If you get a very short one, you'll find that you have to pump it 1,000 times to inflate the tires, which is one of the reasons I use CO2. Okay, so I wanted to mention those things. Now back to clothing. I mentioned padded shorts before. For long rides you'll want those. For short rides it won't matter. You'll also want, for long rides, padded gloves. These are my they're very heavily used. These are my warm weather ones, and you see they're knitted on top, and they make a very strange tan that kind of looks like freckles, mottled tan. But padding where the hand meets the bar. The bar has some cushioning. I've given you cork handlebar tape that has some cushioning. But for very long rides, you'll want more cushioning. For road bikes, generally, the saddle has a little cushioning, but you don't want a lot. The cushioning should be mainly in your shorts or tights, whatever, in cold weather, whatever you're using. If you don't like the look of those things, wear something over them. But be aware that if you have long, normal pants, if you don't roll up the legs or get a strap or tie them or something, they can catch in the chain or chain ringing, and they'll get all messy. And if you get very dedicated, you'll also want cycling jerseys. That's just the name for cycling shirts, and all they are. The thing about them is they have sweat absorbing, or wicking as they call it, sweat removing potential. They are tight, so they offer a little wind resistance, and they have pockets in the back, which is the most convenient thing for cycling. Typically they have 3 pockets in the back, and you can carry snacks, whatever, in those pockets. Don't carry cigarettes in them like I do. I usually carry my CO2 cartridges in those back pockets, because my saddle pack is so small, and I have my CO2 packages in a little kit. It just looks like this, and if I open it, then there are 2 CO2 cartridges, which is enough to fix about 3 flat tires. Okay. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Oh, I also wanted to mention that when you get water bottles, you can get all kinds, but for long rides in hot weather, you'll want big ones, and so they'll just be taller. And also, you might consider having they do make insulated water bottles to keep water a little bit cool in very hot weather. Here, where it gets 114 degrees, as you well know, insulated water bottles can keep you from having to drink water hot enough to make coffee on a long ride in the summer. Alright, well, I'm probably forgetting things, but that's accessories for now.